I have to like, other than the sleep you saw me do on stream, I gotta get up, go take a shower. I gotta go meet my I think Comcast or Xfinity, one of them. They're installing like commercial internet at my thingy. Also, if y'all follow me on Instagram, I'm gonna show y'all a sneak preview of like what's going on at the headquarters when I get there. What else do I gotta do? Yeah, yeah. So anyway, chat. I gotta run. I really gotta run. I really gotta run. I love y'all. Thank y'all for enduring me. Yeah, chat. I don't even know when I fell asleep, yo. I don't even know when I fell a fucking. Yo, there's something. By the way, I didn't fall asleep because the album's boring. That's not what it is. I keep telling y'all about these album releases. They drop at midnight, nigga. I'm hennied up or liquored up. And also, here's the thing: when I'm liquored up, I can't be passive. I'm gonna fall asleep. If I'm in a car, I'm gonna fall asleep. If I'm listening to music is so passive. Like I'm gonna fall asleep a lot of times. I wish albums came out in the morning. I'd definitely be up because I'm not sleepy in the morning. But they come out at fucking midnight. You know what I mean? Like if they came in the morning, I'd be up. I listened to Kanye's album in the morning. I was up chilling, and I went on about my day afterwards. Nigga, I'm liquored up at night. You feel me? So it's really not an indictment on Certified Lover Boy. I'm gonna tell you my quick thoughts, right? My quick thoughts about that particular project is that I'm glad Drake put the joints that I liked on there. I felt like there was some shit missing though, and with Drake album, usually like I remember even with Scorpion, like I was like, oh, other than the shit we've heard, which was we've heard like I think Nice for What we heard. No, is it Nice for What? Was that on the album? Like we had heard a bunch of singles and we are like, yo, damn, these other songs are pretty thin, with the exception of like Mob Ties, right? And Emotionless or whatever. And then later on, we found out like, yo, there's mad other songs, Elevate, Survival, that we really like too. So again, sometimes you got to give Drake shit a little bit more listens. But on first listen, I could say that I felt like it was missing that big single, and I don't think Drake necessarily needs that big single. But I was missing it, right? I'll also say this too. I listened to the album, and like when I listened to Scorpion, I felt like this nigga was on a revenge. Like his last couple albums been really kind of about revenge, more or less. You know what I mean? If you're talking about Scorpion, like that was the album he dropped in the midst of the Kanye Pusha T thing, right? If we talk about Views, that was on the pretty much the cusp or at the end of the whole thing with Meek. Um, it's always a theme. That I guess that's what I'm trying to say, right? It's always a theme where you listen to the album and you're like, yo, and I think he even said it about Views. He was like, yo, he was in a place like that beef with Meek brought him to a place that created that album. And I listened to this album currently, Certified Lover Boy, and I can't really tell what place he's in. You know what I mean? I understand there's some remnants of the Kanye thing, but I don't think he's there anymore. He had some bars about like, fatherhood, this and third, but like I couldn't really easily pinpoint where Drake is in his life. You know what I mean? Like for most of his albums, I could. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Like, Take Care to me, I could easily listen to it and be like, yo, this is a guy who felt he got something to prove, but then also he's looking for acceptance, but he's still growing and learning how to, you know what I mean, have these moments with like women who are now looking at him for his newfound fame and success. And he's trying to balance all that shit, right? Like that's so easy to like just kind of sum it up. And then like nothing was the same. He's ascending into the clouds as really he's going up there as one of the greatest of his time, and yet he still has to deal with all these, whether it's relationship issues with Nikki. He's dealing with these situations with his family still, and he's dealing with it publicly. But then you could even hear like on a bunch of joints, like as he kind of jumps around the fucking place, like he kind of wanted to pay a little ode to the Toronto sound, which he really didn't delve into then, right? He was kind of skirting around it, and it took later albums for that to happen. So I listened to this album, and you know, when he told me even personally, he said, "Yo, act." He's like, "Yo, I'm on that lover boy time. Like that's the energy I'm on right now, right?" Like I hear music that is of love, that is of relationships, is of dealing with women, but Drake's albums to me usually quickly tell me what period he's in his life. You know what I mean? And when I was thinking about that, like I was like, yo, where is Drake like in his life at this moment? Is he looking for love? I don't think so. Is he looking for like a wife? I don't think so. I mean, shit. He has a lot of records saying he's not really into that type of stuff. So I get the theme certified lover boy. I see the pregnant women, but maybe I need a couple more listens to kind of figure out how the music connected it because I didn't get it yet. Okay? Does that make sense? People say I hear people saying it's mid. It didn't jump out at me. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like the album didn't was like, oh my god, it's just fucking heat, right? Again, the leaks that we heard, I'm glad they're on there. But the rest of the music, I don't know. And even some of the criticism I have about it, it's like also comparing him. You know, when it comes to Drake, I always tell we compare Drake to Drake, right? So let me bring up CLB real quick. I ain't want to talk too much about it because I'm over bumping the whole day today, probably whole day tomorrow, and then we're gonna talk about it more. Certified Lover Boy, right? Wait, did Spotify make a fucking playlist for the shit? Yo, Spotify moving wacky. I never seen them make a playlist for an album. Damn, god damn. They want to make sure niggas get to the shit. I fuck with it. Anyway, I'll just click on his name and go to the actual album though. Here's the album, and I will say this. Like for example,
And they peacefully for the streets to see my nigga have some decency.
See, this is why I gotta listen more because for I think we call it the time marker track when he does the 5 p.m., 4 p.m., 2 p.m. You know what I mean? Like, and he's doing these type of tracks. This 7 a.m. track, he's spitting on there, but it doesn't grab me like how like 5 p.m. did, and even 4 p.m. did. Like when you listen to the bars, I'm like, damn, he barring these niggas up, but it don't grab me as a song. Maybe again, it's only like 2 or 3 listens. Somebody said the timestamp series. Okay, I don't know. There was a few songs that I kind of heard. I was like, and by the way, here's the thing about critiquing it too, right? So it's like we're all so much critics. We're not even really trying to like. I'm trying to like, and by the way, I'm guilty of this. I don't give every artist this opportunity. I listen to your shit and I tell you it's trash in 5 or 2 minutes. You get me? But Drake, I'm trying to enjoy it before I critique it. So some of these critiques I might not stand on once I've enjoyed it a little bit more and maybe I have to change my mind. But still, I don't know. There are certain songs that I heard. I'm like, I feel like Drake has done this better. I think Drake has done this. Like I know what he's doing, and like I know Drake's album structure, and I'm like, I think he's done this shit better than this. Like even way too sexy with Future and Thug. Like as soon as I saw those names, I'm like, I'm thinking about Portland. Remember that song Portland? I'm like, that looks like a Portland type song. I think Drake has done that better. That's what I was thinking. So I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I will let you guys know. And by the way, like always, I'll let him know too. Before I start, even if I'm gonna violate the album, I'm gonna tell him, listen, I'm not a fake nigga. So I'm gonna just tell him, hey, listen, I just thought it was trash. If that's what I think, right? Just that, you know what I mean? How fake it is that like you talking to a nigga and then you don't tell him it's trash, but he hear you online say, yo, this shit trash. So usually I give him my personal review. You get me? By the way, why wasn't Nicki credited? I know she wasn't on there for like a verse or nothing, but interesting. Somebody said CLB has no songs with #1 Billboard potential. Sosa Capone, that's a good, that's a very astute and I think a fair take. And that's a question I would ask Drake. I would be like, I don't think cognizantly he attempted to get that song because if he did, the sequence of songs, the beats he chose were not, hey, I'm looking for a #1. These were like, hey, I'm looking to drop what he might believe is a cohesive body of work. Someone said, no, in my feelings banger on it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Drewski better make up a fucking dance. Yo, it's crazy when you put two albums against each other. All the people saying Donda was trash is now saying Donda was good now. There's niggas in this chat that was calling Donda trash, but because they just heard Certified Lover Boy and they're like, it don't live up to my expectation. You know what they're calling what's it called? They're calling Donda heat now. Y'all niggas, man. Anyway,
Don't move like a poop.
anyway, chat. I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna even drive. Like I really haven't slept at all, but I gotta go drive. Let me see. It's on my calendar. Hold on, it's on my calendar. Oh, it's at noon. All right. Okay, chat. I love y'all. I'm getting out of here. I think I answered everything, right? Wait. Chat. What was I like trending about? Was something I said about Kendrick? What I said about Kendrick? Huh? I was wilding out. Man, come on, man. Kendrick can't fuck with no Drake, man. That's a fact, nigga. I've been told you that, man. I wasn't trending for falling asleep. Fuck it. All right, chat. I'm out of here. Let me look on Twitter. Is Twitter saying anything? This Virginia done me off already. I won't delete the VOD. It'll stay up.